Hot takes. The board game for all ages. That's a lie. This is 17 plus.
It's 17 plus?
Yep.
Does it get dirty?
Oh,
really?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, we got Brennen here. Brennen, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
You got some hot takes? Got some unpopular opinions? Some controversial stances, potentially? Those are all working titles for this game.
Garfield did 9/11.
Hot takes. All right. So this is a board game. It's card game, board game, whatever.
Would it count as a board game?
Do you count?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Do you count as an idiot?
Yes.
Exactly. So there you go. Yeah. So so we answered that question. So basically, all the cards in here have opinions on things. Maybe some controversial opinions, and we're just gonna look through them and talk about them.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I'm gonna give you a little stack of cards, and I'm gonna give myself a little stack of cards. All right, Brennen, why don't you go first? Read the first card.
Vaping is worse for you than smoking cigarettes.
I think that's not true, right?
It depends, I think.
Oh, okay.
A lot of them, I would say probably yes. Because not only is it also the flavoring and the nicotine, but there's all the weird chemicals or the flit that they burn inside to create that. And some of them create so much smoke that it goes into your lungs.
With vaping.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There is the ones that they're lower smoke and lower nicotine or no nicotine at all.
Yeah.
Those are probably slightly better.
Okay.
They're not good for you. Let's just get that straight.
Sure, yeah.
None of that is good for you, but worse.
I just thought cigarettes were the worst possible thing, kind of by default, because they can build up
Well, so they have tar in them.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things with them is that causes severe buildup, and that's why vaping is technically better. But these new things, they put so many chemicals in there.
Right. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, gotcha.
I would say it depends on the manufacturement and the development.
That's fair. Long story short, do crack.
Yep.
Next one. Ketchup is better than any other condiment. So ketchup is the best condiment, apparently.
No.
I think it depends on how you define a good condiment. Because I think ketchup...
It's a god tier condiment, for sure.
It is very... I was going to say it's pretty versatile, but actually I don't feel like it is, actually, now that I think about it. Because I would only put it on burgers... Fries and hot dogs.
I put it on eggs and hash browns.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, so then...
What the f***?
What the fuck? Have you ever put it on mac and cheese?
No, but I've heard some people like that.
I've heard some people like that. That's never really sounded good to me.
You know what you can do, and this is weird, I've tried it once and it actually works.
What?
If you have spaghetti in the fridge and it gets too dried out from sitting in the fridge for too long, you can add a cup of ketchup and it will kind of reactivate. And I tried it. Is it as good as it was before? No. Does it work though? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, it is, but they're both tomato based.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I still wouldn't say that it's the best condiment.
Yeah. What would you say is the best condiment?
I'm a fucking sucker for blue cheese dressing.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
I don't know about that.
Blue cheese and shit.
I've had blue cheese before, and there's been instances where I thought it was all right, and then there's been instances where I'm like, this is not it, man. I'm sorry.
I live for that shit.
Really? Yeah. What do you put it on besides
I put it on everything. I ask for sides of it to dip my fries in.
Really?
I like burgers that have blue cheese on it.
Okay.
It's my favorite salad dressing.
It's so stinky.
It tastes good.
All right.
I'm also just saying in general, there's no way that
ketchup is the best. Is the best one.
Yeah.
I really like barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite.
That's a good answer right there.
Now, would I put barbecue sauce on everything? No, but anytime that I'm able to eat barbecue sauce with my meal, it's so good, dude. With fries, burger, chicken, so good. Steak, yeah. But ketchup is still pretty good.
It's still good.
I like ketchup.
It's just definitely not the top. Baths are gross.
Baths? Oh. Yeah, I've heard people express this before.
This is there's a scene about this in iCarly.
In iCarly?
Yeah, there's a scene in iCarly where they come home and they're like, I need to take a shower. And Sam's like, I'll go after you, I want to take a bath. And she's like, why take a bath? You just sit there in your own dirty water.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And honestly, that made me realize.
I think that was actually, I think that was one of the first times that I realized, oh yeah, I guess that's true.
You're just sitting, because when you're in the shower, it's running off into the drain.
Right.
But when you're in the bath and you're trying to clean yourself, it just all builds up in the tub until you drain it all.
Right, yeah. I don't think I've taken a bath since I was 6.
No, yeah, I don't take showers.
I think I just take showers because it's easier.
It is
easier.
What I mean?
I think the only reason to take a bath is if you're kind of already clean and you just want to sit and relax.
Like a hot tub kind of.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, I'm 6'7", so I don't my fucking ass will even fit.
That's
down in the bathroom.
That's fair.
So
yeah.
I kind of have to take showers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a hot tub. Jesus, bruh.
I need a drink.
I could see why people would think baths are gross. If you haven't like cleaned yourself in a while, then yeah, that's pretty.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Sure, I'll agree with that. Cheese is overrated. Just cheese in general.
Yeah.
I don't really know anybody that's like, oh yeah, cheese is so fucking good. You know, I've never met like a cheese fanatic.
I have.
Really?
Yeah. I want to say no, just because it's like that's something that's not kind of fair to say because there's so many.
There's so many cheeses. I mean, you did just say you like blue cheese.
Exactly.
I think cheese is really good.
We like subtly use cheese in so much shit.
Yeah.
Like we just had pizza.
I do really like cheese.
I like cheese.
Nacho cheese, cheese on burritos, cheese on eggs, cheese on a burger, mac and cheese.
I'm gonna say no.
I would say no. I think it's perfectly rated. I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it's underrated. I think it is it's just there and it's liked just as much as I think it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ooh. This is gonna be a hard one.
Okay.
Waffles are better than pancakes.
Ooh.
That's hard.
So I go back and forth on this.
I kind of do too.
Personally. I think growing up, I really liked pancakes. And then as I got older, I appreciated waffles more. But I don't know if I like them better.
Well, because it depends on the mood.
Yeah.
You know, like, do you want floppy? Like, floppy kind of...
Yeah, floppy dick? Or do you want like a stiff dick, you know?
What the f*** did you just ask me?
It's like a one-to-one comparison.
What the f*** did you just ask me? Anyways.
Yeah, go ahead.
But like, it depends on the mood. Like, do you want do you want flapjacks or do you want... Because like, waffles you can use to like make shit with. You know, like you can use them like as like sandwiches.
I guess.
Or like waffle cones, you know?
Oh, that's true.
Or like, I have a really cool f***ing waffle baker that you put batter in both sides and then put shit in the middle and then close it and it seals it in. It makes like a little like stuffed waffle.
Okay.
But like, pancakes are also so versatile.
I do think you have a point on like, it does depend on your mood.
Yeah.
Because like, there are some times when I'm like, oh yeah, pancake sounds good. And then there are times when I'm like, oh, actually waffles kind of sound better because I kind of want that like crispy, I don't want it to be as like chewy, you know?
Yeah.
And like, you know, the thing about waffle, because I love putting like syrup on pancakes or waffles.
Yeah.
And like waffles, they won't get all like, you know, soggy.
No, that is one
as much,
nice.
You know?
The little pockets that hold shit, you know?
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah, it really does just depend on the mood. I wouldn't really say either is better. I think both are good in their own way.
It depends what you want.
It does, yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Because I think they're equal, just depending on... And it also involves cleanup. Making pancakes and making waffles, like the cleanup on a pancake is gonna be easier.
That's true.
Because it's like making pancakes, I've heard it's harder because you can like burn it, you can like the whole like classic first one always comes out bad.
Yeah.
But then the cleanup's usually pretty easy. With waffle makers, the cooking is easy because you have a waffle maker.
Yeah.
But then the cleanup is annoying because all that shit comes out of the sides and it gets all over the waffle maker.
That's true.
So it's just that toss up.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm gonna say no because it just depends what you. Depends what you feel like doing.
It just depends. Yep. Is that a boring answer?
I don't care.
Yeah. Dairy is bad for you.
You're lactose intolerant.
But like, there are people that argue that even if you're not,
there is still
lactose intolerant, that like just dairy in general, dairy products, you know, ice cream, cheese, milk.
There is still people out there who say that we technically should not be drinking milk.
Yeah, like I've heard that before. Like, you're not, like, humans weren't really meant to drink milk, but we do. And it's not like only some people does it affect more than others, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I think it just kind of depends. I mean, like...
I don't think so.
I think if people never ate dairy, they probably would be healthier than people that did, in some cases.
Yeah.
But then also, I don't know, it doesn't... Milk has, like, a lot of, like, calcium, right? And, like,
yeah. It's like the whole thing with, like, milk helps you grow and shit.
Yeah, and, like, it helps your bones get stronger and stuff like that. Like, I don't think it's as simple as, like, it's just bad for you or good for you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
I am also going to say no.
Tampons should be free. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit that.
Yeah.
That the people that they have to pay for something that they physically cannot control.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we live in a world where we just monetize
America healthcare system sucks.
Exactly, it does, yeah.
And so I think it's, fucking stupid that they have to pay for something that is just like a function that their body does.
Yeah, exactly.
They literally have no control and they're like, oh, go spend $40 because
Yeah.
You need them. And it's like...
Yeah.
But I can't control it. It's like, I don't care. We need money.
I don't know if this is necessarily a one-to-one comparison, but like it's kind of like how insulin is like really, really expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's people who literally need it to survive.
Exactly, yeah. It's not exactly the same, but you know.
I know what you mean though.
Similar
it's like same thing where it's
idea.
Like
it's a health thing and you can't...
for your body.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes you can't always control it and they expect you to f***ing pay for it.
Exactly, yeah.
When it's not always your fault.
It's bullshit. Bullshit.
So yes, I think.
So yeah, I think tampons should be free. Advertisers shouldn't be allowed to market to kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like it depends on the product. Maybe?
Yeah. Well, because like, I mean, like, are they saying like all f***ing things? Because like, what about like toys?
Yeah.
Like that should be marketed at kids.
But like,
I think they're talking about more about like some of these things that are supposed to be made for like adults that like have features that are appealing to younger audiences.
Yeah.
And you cannot tell me that the developers do not know that.
Well, yeah, and like, you know, the people that make products, like, they don't care who buys them, you know, at the end of the day. I mean, like, I feel like a lot of the time, if they put out an advertisement and a kid is like, yeah, I want that, like, they're like, that's just more money. So, because kids are more easily influenced and they don't always have like the ability to really be able to like think, do I want this or not?
Yeah.
So, but like, it's not like kids can like go out and really like buy stuff on their own.
Yeah.
Until they get to a certain age.
That's almost like, I'd want to say no, unless that's like...
Unless kids are like the target demographic.
Yeah, that's like one of the whole things that caused the Juul shit to go crazy. It was supposed to be a thing for adults to help them stop smoking.
That's right.
But they made all these fucking like cereal flavored things. That's what got kids.
What do you qualify as kids? Like what age?
I'd say like teenagers and below.
Anywhere below 18, basically?
Like probably like 17, because like 18 you're technically considered an adult.
I've always kind of thought of kids as like 12 and below, because I feel I've always kind of thought of teenagers as like a step above a kid. But you could call a teenager a kid, and that's fair, I guess. But yeah, I think it just has to depend on the product and the tactic of how they're advertising. Yeah. You know? Because like there are some like pretty dirty advertising tactics, you know? Like manipulative.
Art should be a mandatory part of curriculum, just like math and science.
Just a general art class?
I would say for young curriculum.
Yeah.
Yes. Like once you get in middle school, especially where you could like maybe start looking more about what you want to do. Yeah. And then of course definitely high school. You don't do that to a kid in high school.
What?
You know, like force the class on them like that, like make them take something that they don't want.
Sure, but I think
if they're going for like a certain thing though, like imagine if they're trying to go for like for me, like I went for all my metal shit, and imagine if they forced me to take a painting class.
Sure, but I would argue that potentially enforcing one art class, it doesn't necessarily have to be.
You saying I'm not artistic enough? You no.
Yeah. No. All right, we're moving on. No, because like you know, science is required, math is required, social studies. I think having art as a required elective, and art isn't like kind of like a general sort of thing. It could be like painting. It could be like you know, multimedia studio. It could be like web design. You know what I mean? Like enforcing one of those classes in general under that sort of like umbrella term. I don't think that would be the worst thing, because I do think that like people might not really realize that they have a creative side until they are put into a situation like that. That being said, if you take one in elementary school or even middle school and you realize you don't really like it, I guess that's kind of enough.
You just get stuck with something you don't want to do.
Yeah, that's fair. So
because like in elementary school, I can totally see it, because it's like the kids are younger. Yeah. It gives them a chance to like play with their hands.
Yeah, right.
Like get things, and then maybe a couple of them will find that and fall in love with it and stay with that until they get to high school, and then that's when they can choose.
That's true.
To take the art class.
That's true. Yeah.
And but like I also see where you're coming from, because like Lane actually, when I was out there, they have an academic class that you could do, which was welding sculptures.
Okay, so
I see what you mean.
Welding with like the purpose of
making art,
making like an art
like
piece.
Oh,
okay,
yeah. What's that kind of art called where it's like it looks like random shit, but it's art?
Abstract art?
Abstract, thank you.
Okay, yeah. yeah.
And so like I can see what you're talking about too. Like I can totally see that, but I just still think like it should be
have the choice over
mandatory when they're younger.
Yeah.
So then they can experience it, but then by the time they get to that point where they really get to choose what they want. It's not forced on.
Yeah, I'm not like I think that's fair. I don't think you should be forced to take
because I also know what you mean, because there's all like digital arts, manufacturing.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Art, so there's a lot of even music you could count as an art.
Yeah.
So no, I don't know. I think there's up for debate. I don't necessarily know one way or the other.
I think it's up to debate, but I would say for elementary kids, schools definitely. It should be required, because it could be a real eye opener for them.
Yeah. Because you know I do feel like math, science, writing and social studies should be required because I think all of those kind of hold a little bit more importance than art in the grand scheme of things. But like, you know, if people are passionate about art, like it has the chance to take them far. I think there's value in art for sure. This is art right now, what we're doing. Whoa. If you think about it.
Whoa.
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 Anyway, all right, next up. 55 degrees is cold.
No.
I would say it's just
that's what my
average.
That's what my room is normally at.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what I like my room to be
I mean, it's not warm by any means.
No. For me, it's like the comfortable range.
Sure.
So for me, like 50 to 70.
Do you typically run hot or run...
I run hot.
You run hot usually?
I'm fat, Antonio. I run hot.
I wasn't trying to... Alright. I think that 55 degrees is just whatever. I prefer like maybe like mid-60s personally, like if as like a good baseline temperature. But I think as long as I think 55 degrees, I think I would probably want to wear like some sort of like sweatshirt. If you want to take that as me saying that 55 degrees is cold, then
I don't think it's cold.
Look at you. Oh, I don't think it's cold. Oh. Okay.
You should delete your ex's nudes from your phone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, so there is a small loophole in this because this has happened to someone I know.
Okay.
They broke up, but they were on really good terms. And she actually told him, you can keep him if you want to. She said, I don't care.
Okay, yeah.
And so, like, if you get verbal confirmation, that's up to you. But if it's some kind of breakup and it's, like, trashed out, no, you need to delete those. That's not fair. It's kind of creepy.
I think even if the person tells you, like, if you're dating somebody and you have their nudes and then you break up, why would you want to keep them? Like, I just like I don't get it. I mean, like, just to be able to say like, oh yeah, I got nudes of anybody.
I'm going around showing everybody.
Yeah, but like why? But like, I don't think because then like you're like
need him in a flash.
You what? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't show me a random person's nudes. Oh well, lucky me. No, dude. I think that's like not fair to you because I feel like then you're gonna like if even you knowing that you have them is gonna like kind of keep that in your head. You know what I mean? And you're not really gonna be able to like move on. You know what I mean? And imagine if you start dating someone else and then.
Well, then you should delete them no matter what.
Well, yeah, right.
Because then that's just.
I think so. I think like 9 times out of 10 you should delete them.
Yes.
Yeah. But that one out of 10 time. No, okay. Anyway, cats are smarter than dogs.
Yes. Usually.
Well,
except
what is
orange cats?
Orange cats like Garfield?
Orange cats are f***ing stupid.
Why orange cats specifically?
I don't know, but it's dude. You do not know like the aura that orange cats have.
No.
They're known for being the most f***ing.
What about the cat from Stray?
I never finished that game.
Oh. I never played it at all. I don't know. I don't feel like it's that simple. I don't think it's like cats are always smarter or dumb. I mean, I'm sure you could kind of scientifically prove it.
I don't know. Every cat I've ever seen or had has been smarter than every dog I've ever seen or had.
But I feel like that boils down to like first of all our observations of them.
Or like how they're trained.
Or like you know how they just tend to act. You know what I mean? Because like cats tend to act a lot more like calmer. On average, so I think that they appear more like
except for orange cats.
Put together. Well, I don't know. I've never been around it. Well, actually, that's not true. I've been around an orange cat. My grandma had an orange cat, and I don't think he was dumb or smart. He was just there.
He was just there.
But
there's not a single thought behind those eyes.
No, but like I feel like dogs are smarter than they come across potentially. You know what I mean? Because I think when a lot of dogs are like, oh, like happy and like carefree and whatever. But like I don't think that means that they're like stupid. You know? Always. What? What are you singing? Oh, okay. I think you're more a dog than a cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, cats, I think, usually they're smarter. Now that I think about it.
Just like just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like they tend to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or they at least tend to show their smartness more.
Yes, I agree.
Like maybe dogs are so smart, but
dogs are smart, but they're
derpy.
They're derpy. Yeah, they're more like f it. You know what I mean? Okay, next one. Ooh, playing too many video games will make you dumber.
Bruh.
Well, case in point, am I right? I think if you neglect.
If you neglect your life, yeah.
Yeah, if you neglect going to school or living your life other than video games, then yeah, you'll probably be dumber.
But if you can find a good balance, no.
But I don't think video games themselves make you dumber.
No.
Right? On the contrary, I think you can learn a lot from video games.
Yeah.
Like in Sexy Poker for the Wii.
Yep. That was a thing.
That was a thing.
I need to go pick my Wii back up.
What do we got, Brennen?
Black coffee is the best coffee.
I don't really like coffee.
Depends.
I don't really like coffee. So, isn't black coffee like the strongest?
It's raw coffee. It's just
okay,
like
then
the second you brew it. And the reason I say it depends is because you can get some really shitty coffee, and it's too strong, annoying as hell, bitter when it's black. So you have to add the cream, the sugar, the blah blah blah. But then I've had some really good where it's brewed right away black coffee and it was fire.
Okay.
And so it's another one of those where it depends. It depends on the quality of the bean, depends how bitter it is, depends whether it's dark roast or light roast.
Right.
Freshness probably. So I'm gonna say no because it depends.
I don't know. The only way that I'll drink coffee is if it's like the flavor is subtle and there's a ton of like sugar. And or like cream or something. Marriage proposals should not be done in public in front of a lot of people.
I don't know.
I think the idea is like, what if you do it and everyone sees and then they say no, right?
Oh, okay. I guess I can see that.
I mean, you gotta be really sure. Either way, you gotta be kind of sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if you're doing it in public, that would be very unfortunate if they said no and everyone saw. And also, it kind of puts pressure on the person that you're proposing to.
Yeah, no, right? It does.
So
puts a lot of pressure on the person you're proposing to.
So that's a tough one because I feel like that's always traditionally how it's been done, right?
Yeah. I mean, like some people will take them on like a hike. And
yeah,
do it
that's true.
But like all the famous like Disney World.
Oh yeah, Disney World or just at like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I agree with that. I don't think they should. I don't think they should be. I think that is a old tradition, and I think it's time to. I think it's time to retire it.
Cut the rope.
Yep. Because why put that much pressure on it? You know, what's the point? Yeah. You know, why if you propose and they say yes, you can post about it, or like you know, obviously you're gonna.
If they say no, everyone else is gonna post about it, being like, guy gets rejected.
Exactly. Marriage proposal fail. You know,
gone wrong. Gone
sexual. Well, maybe that's a good thing if it went sexual. No, I don't know.
Yeah, she left with the guy's best friend.
Oh shit.
Mental health coverage should always be included in health insurance.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely.
It is not that hard to help pay for a therapist.
Yeah, and I think nowadays especially
a lot of these days now they already kind of are.
I think they do, yeah, but I think in general I think everyone should at least have the ability to have it if they want to and get it covered. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the world is getting more and more fucked up, and I think everyone's mental health is at an all-time low. Wow, this is really dark. This is a really dark conversation. All right, last hot take.
The book is always better than the movie. I'm gonna say yes. Because I've read a lot of books lately.
Yeah.
And I can confirm that they're usually better than the movie.
I think, hear me out, it depends on the book/movie.
What movie have you read? Have you seen that's better than the book?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I hate you.
Now, it also depends on how you define better, because a lot of people say that the books are better because they have more detail, which is usually always true, but I don't necessarily think that more always means better. But what would your argument be of why the book is better?
Books usually do such a good job at capturing not only details, but just even though you're not seeing it in live, on a show or a movie, it does such a good job capturing details and showing the scenery or the seriousness of a situation. And sometimes we get books or movies where the actors aren't good.
Yeah.
Or they change so much stuff and
Yeah.
And so I just finished reading all the Percy Jackson books.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen both movies and then also season 1 of the TV show. The TV show is actually pretty good. That's what I heard. If season 1 is the first book, follows it pretty well. There's still some things they changed, but it's kind of what they had to do. It's they fit into an 8 episode thing, you know. Mm-hmm. But then compared to the movies they didn't even try.
Yeah.
The movies they didn't even
The movies
try.
are just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
I've read, and so now that I've seen the movie, the show, and the first book, I will hands down say that the best out of the 3 was the book.
That's fair.
Because the book just went into so much detail, it did such a great job in introducing everybody, it really showed the seriousness of the situation. And then maybe the longer that the show goes on and maybe the actors get better, maybe eventually I'll say the show's better, but especially just because like it was like younger actors who need a little work. There was just like some acting scenes where it made the action fall off a little bit.
Right.
And so, but with the book, you know how intense the situation is, and you can know what they're feeling and how they are because of what the book is describing.
It's a lot more descriptive, right? And
then same with like the Harry Potter, because like the Harry Potter movies are some of the best things in the world.
Right.
And people love the hell out of those movies, but there is still so much shit and things that got cut or changed from the books.
Right.
That you don't even know about. One of the biggest things that was not in the movies at all, but was a big part of the books, was Hermione helps the house elves make like a thing for them to get like equal rights. And so it's really good, really cool, and like big section of the books, and they just cut it all out. And so they take some like important details and things, and I know that's what they kind of have to do to make it fit into these movies.
Yeah.
Fit into their story, but that's why I would say books are better, is because books don't have a limit. Even with the Percy Jackson books, the first book is like 300 and something and 70 odd pages, and the second one's only like 289, and then the third one goes back up to like 350, and then the last two are like almost 400. Because Rick Riordan has the ability to make it however big or small he wants.
Right, yeah.
Where the movies are kind of like, if you release a movie and it's only an hour and 25 minutes, you'd be like, why is it so short? But then you're going to release the movie and try to fit everything in there, and it comes out to like over 3.5 hours, and they're like, this is too long, I'm not going to watch this, you know?
And another thing about that is like, books usually are the first that come out. Like, movies are based off books. You rarely see books based off movies, right? And I think that alone can basically make the book the definitive way of, you know, experiencing a story, telling a story. Yeah, exactly. I think that in some ways I could see why, because I actually agree with you. I think books are better, but I'm just trying to kind of like look at both sides.
Yeah.
I think that like some people could argue that movies, they make it easier for people to like digest a story, even though like you're not getting as much detail. That's not always necessarily a bad thing for some people.
I'm sure there's Harry Potter fans out there who have only watched the movies, but are still as big of a fan as some of us who have either only read the books or done both.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so there's totally a fight for both sides. I just think, if I'm being perfectly honest, the biggest thing that makes books better is just the no restriction.
They
don't have to fit.
That's true.
They don't have to fit towards what the director wants. They don't have to fit towards time. They don't have to fit towards what the studio's going to want. It's just whatever the author wants in his book. And so
if he wants a Harry Potter and Dobby sex scene, he can put it in there.
If you want to be fucking creepy ass Stephen King and have some weird shit in your books that's too vile to make it in the movies,
put them in there.
For anyone who knows Stephen King books, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know Stephen King books, but I'll
tell you about afterwards.
Okay. Overall, yeah, I would say books are better. I would say books are like pretty much always better, but I could see why people would prefer a movie. Yeah.
So I'd say books are better, but I can understand the counter argument.
Yeah, and if you want evidence for the counter argument, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
God damn it.